ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Improv, America's original comedy review. To ensure a quality performance, we ask that you please don't yell out during the show. Sit back, relax, it's showtime!
Good evening, comedy fans, and welcome to the Improv. Your headliner tonight has been seen on the Tonight Show, and it's over for Ray Charles and Winona Judd. Give it up for Heath Height. Your redirect from all the way to KC, he's over for Steinfield and Drew Carey. Give it up for Jason Dixon. Special guest set tonight, Jim Asmus. Now, Cleveland, are you ready to have a good time tonight? Oh, come on, dude, you can do better than that. Are you ready to have a good time tonight? Just put your hands together for your host and MC. He's been seen on Comedy Central, Laugh Riots, coming all the way from New York City. Give it up for Dave Segal.
What's going on? Cleveland, Ohio. This is awesome, man. This is awesome. My last show was in Baltimore. I opened up for Richard Lewis, who is an incredible prick. He is such an asshole. I'm telling you. I thought we were gonna have this bond because we're like both Jewish comedians, but no, he's just a dick. I am Jewish, but Jewish people get a bad reputation. It's not based on anything true. Basically, all being a Jewish kid means is the only way I could piss off my mother more than bringing home a non-Jewish girl would be if I brought home a non-Jewish guy. Jewish grandmothers, that's a different story. I'll give you a little background on my grandma. She's 98 years old, 4'6", okay? Formerly 5'2". I get a call from my grandma the other day. I pick up the phone, this is what I hear. I'm like, hi grandma, how are you? I find I use the same tone of voice when I'm addressing old people that I use when I address puppies. Is Mother there? I'm like, oh no, Grandma, she's not home right now. Do you wanna call her on her cell phone? What's the number? Okay, Grandma, it's 212, and then I hear boop, boop, boop. Hello? What's the rest? 879. I'm like, Grandma, you can't dial the number while you're still on the phone with me. Inevitably, like every time I do that bit, I hear like someone in the club at some table explaining the joke to the other person. She's dialing the phone. She just doesn't know. And that time it was these two right here. So, I'll explain all the jokes. Don't worry, my special people. Yeah, actually, my grandparents and my parents' defense, they took me on this awesome trip recently. We went on this cruise all around Europe. It was so cool. It left from Amsterdam, which is a really cool city, but I have to say my favorite stop on the cruise had to be the Vatican. Rome and the Vatican Church, so beautiful. I don't know if anyone's ever been there here, but if not, I'm going to set it up for you guys. Basically, the Vatican is this beautiful white structure, and it has a courtyard in front, right? And the courtyard is surrounded by these giant white columns that form a semicircle, kind of like this, and there's an opening right here. And the tour guide will explain to you that these columns represent the open arms of the Catholic Church. And I thought that was really sweet, you know, like open arms of the Catholic Church. But then I started thinking, they must mean open for heterosexual, celibate, non-divorced people who have never masturbated before in their lives. Yeah, those arms are wide open. Yeah. Did I offend you, sir? Because you're kind of giving me a look like, go back to the grandma jokes, Jew boy. Thank you for clapping for that racial slur. Yeah, I'm not very religious, and hardcore religious people kind of freak me out. I'm from New York, and have you guys ever seen these? Do you have these here? These WWJD bracelets? Do you know what I'm talking about? It stands for What Would Jesus Do? People wear the bracelets. Some of them have the little fish on the back of the car, WWJD. I was on the subway a few weeks ago in New York, and I saw a guy wearing a WWJD t-shirt. And I couldn't resist. I had to ask the guy, I'm like, how much did you pay for that? And the guy was cool, he was nice enough. He told me it was $16.99. But see, then it's only a matter of time before my inherent Jewish genes settle in, and I started thinking I could make a killing selling these things. Now, I can't do WWJD because that's been done already. But I got an idea for my own t-shirt that I'm gonna sell, and I have the prototype right here. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Now, if you can't see and you didn't hear that fucking announcement about cell phones being turned off, you need to do so now. Okay. Now back to the t-shirt. See, I couldn't do WWJD because that's been done already, but, so what my t-shirt says is WWAPWAW. It continues on the back. JDTSD. Now, if you're a little confused at this point, what my t-shirt stands for is, what would a person wearing a "What Would Jesus Do" t-shirt do? So if you think about it, you're getting the same basic philosophy that the "What Would Jesus Do" t-shirt people are getting in retrospect, but you're only paying $12.99 for my t-shirts. Plus, you get to look like an even bigger fucking idiot, which I think is the point in the first place. Yeah, they love that joke in the South. Yeah, they don't love it so much. But I love to travel. It's one of the best parts about being a comedian. You get to go to cool, exotic cities like Cleveland. Now, I love to travel. One place I always wanted to go is Australia, right? It looks so cool. A round trip, looked into it, round trip to Sydney. How much do you think it was? $2,500 to go to Australia. So I can't do it, I can't afford that. So I started thinking, where can I go to maybe experience the customs and the culture of Australia without actually going there? And then it hit me. Outback Steakhouse. Another place you can go if you can't afford the real thing is Chinatown. You know, like I know Cleveland's got a little Chinatown, right? Like if you want to experience the customs and the culture of the Chinese people and you can't afford to make it over to Case Western's campus, you can just go to China. Ooh, I know. Any Case Western students here? Yeah? Oh, konnichiwa. Yeah, you can just go to, that's Japanese. You can just go to Case Western. I did this recently. I went to Chinatown recently, so I had a horrible experience personally, I have to say. I got mugged by a local. A Chinese guy held a knife up to my throat, took my watch, took my wallet. I swear to God, this is not a true story, but I didn't know what to do afterwards. I figured, you know what, I'll play it safe, I'll go to the police and I'll report it. Turns out that is the worst thing you can do. Because what's the first question the cops are gonna ask you? Exactly, what did he look like? So I'm all freaked out, you know. Can you see where this one's going? Or? I'm all freaked out. I'm trying to think of a description of what this guy looked like for the cop. I'm like, yeah, officer, he was short. He had straight black hair. His eyes were dark. Kind of squinty. I'll never forget those eyes. He appeared to be good in math. That joke's fucked up. That's not funny at all. You know what? I can do that joke though because my girlfriend's Chinese or Korean. I don't know. Whatever. You know, who knows? Oh man. Another clap for another racial slur. Who is that? Who's clapping over there? I'll just drop like racial slurs over here for applause from this corner. I'm like, hey, G-boy, yeah. So, did you think that joke was funny, or do you think that's too un-PC? No, it's all right. Yeah. Do you guys, what is your name, sir? John? Do you like do you like impressions, John? Yeah? I don't do any. I do one impression. All right, check it out. This is my one impression. Ready? Hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? It's my friend Brian. It sounds exactly like him, I swear to God. Seriously, that is a great impression. You can tell your friends that one. So before I do this next joke, I just want to stop the show and say that I have nothing whatsoever against homosexuality. I think sexual orientation is someone's own business. Whatever yours is, it'll go with me. Okay? So that being said, so I was sucking this guy's dick, and he put his hand up. No.
You're talking about starting one off like that.
Alright, you know what? I'm sensing a little tension in the room now. Let's just go ahead and get this out in the open. Everyone will be comfortable. Show of hands, how many people here think that I am heterosexual? See a couple in the back over there. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am straight. Shocker, I guess. But I do get mistaken for gay all the time, as was just clearly exhibited here tonight. You know what? I'm going to bring the next comedian on. You guys ready for a great show tonight? Yeah, we have a special treat for you, a special guest here tonight. He's a member of Cleveland Cabaret Dada, which is an awesome improv group in town here. He needs a lot of energy to get him up here. Please give him a warm round of applause. Here he is, Jim Asmus. Hey, all right, I don't have a lot of time, so let's get going. Who here smokes marijuana? Yeah, I don't, sinners. But I thought you might want to know, because you probably don't get around to reading the paper, that 2 of the current major Democratic candidates for president support the decriminalization of marijuana. What corporation paid them to say that? You know, like what company is just like itching to sell you pot? You know, that's my bet is Ben and Jerry. I mean, they've been catering to you people from the beginning. Let's be honest about this. I'm sure right now, Ben and Jerry are cuddled in their secret laboratory in a cow or something, and I think they're just slightly changing the recipe to the brownie flavor, just a little, and they're gonna call it. I think they're gonna call it hash pint. You know. But really, it's brilliant because, you know, 10 minutes after you're done eating it, you're hungry again. It's like Chinese food, you know? And those of you in the target market just went, ooh, Chinese food. I wonder if they deliver to the show. No. Tip your bar staff. Anyway, I was in the grocery store recently, and I noticed something kind of weird. There are pictures of babies on toilet paper. Huh. I'm sorry, aren't babies part of the 2% of the population who don't use toilet paper because they can't? It's like putting Christopher Reeve on toilet paper. You know, it's like, oh, what do you want, to fight? Come on, no, it's just, I'm saying, it's a spokesperson you can't trust to know what they're talking about. It's like putting me on condoms, you know? It's like, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know. You know, but actually, a friend of mine tried to tell me that can we just heal now and move on? I'm sorry, whatever. A friend of mine tried to tell me that they're trying to convey that it's as soft as a baby. You know, this toilet paper, it's soft like a baby. It's so soft. But what that implies is what I really want to do is just take a baby and like rub it around in my ass crack. But that's not socially acceptable, so I'll use Charmin and I'll just dream. You were a baby, but you're not. Also in said grocery store, I bought some M&Ms because they're tasty. And these M&Ms were Special Olympics M&Ms. Well, because you could win $500,000 for you and $500,000 for the Special Olympics. That's pretty good. But like, why don't they just give the Special Olympics the $500,000? I mean, is like the M&M Corporation like hoping one of their employees gets the bag? So that, I'm sorry kids, sorry, he was an employee, so he's ineligible. Ineligible. Well, look it up, okay? Well, no, stop crying. Maybe you should have bought some more M&Ms. Did you ever think about that? Yeah, well, let that be a lesson to you. All right? And you know, really, if there are Special Olympics M&Ms, shouldn't every bag be a winner? Go ahead and clap. We're healing. We're healing. You know, also, in said grocery store, it was a very busy day. There was a child running around. I don't know if this was his Halloween costume, but he still had he was running around with a Spider-Man costume on, you know? And that reminded me of when I was a kid, you know, just like all the time I'd run around, pretend that I had friends, you know? It's charming to see that. And so I thought I'd give him a thrill and play along, so I walked over to him, and I snatched him out of the grocery cart and I went, "Spider-Man, there you are! Now that I found you, I will destroy you! Being yourself won't help you now!" And then a baby crawled in and cleaned it up with toilet paper. Thank you, baby. All right, folks. Just one last thing I have for you. I have a question for you. And that is, can anyone here tell me what animal can survive a nuclear holocaust? Cockroach, right, cockroach. What the hell is in a can of Raid? Why is it available for $1.99 at Walmart? It is stronger than a nuclear holocaust. And that's the country fresh scent. All right, folks, I gotta run. Thank you very much. And Asmus, have a good night. Jim Asmus, everyone, let me hear it. Before I bring the feature act up, there's just a couple announcements from the show here. On your tables, you'll find mailing lists and business cards. Fill those things out, find out who's going to be at the club and when, and also you can win free tickets to a future show. Also, if you're interested in performing comedy, they have an open mic here every Monday morning. You could come and try it out. There'll be people here that work at the club watching you, and they'll pick people to perform in an open mic show every first Monday of the month. So that's a pretty cool opportunity. It's a quick emergency announcement in case of an emergency, you know, tornado, fire, horrible comic. There's 2 exits in the back there. That's the way you're going to leave later on tonight, and that's the quickest way out. You guys just want me to cut to the chase here and get to the comedy? Yeah, of course you do. Feature act, hilarious comedian. He's open for Jerry